Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is going to be a Homefront first look and a multiplayer, at the multiplayer actually. I do have an in-depth kind of review where I really go over the single player and the multiplayer and blah 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 coming up, and I'll probably upload that one the day after this one goes online. I did get this on game day. I did buy into all the hype, and I pretty much regret that. You know, this game's really not nearly as good as I was hoping it was going to be. This first part here, I tried to be an extra camping sniper, and it didn't work out for me so well. I was getting my ass handed to me. But this game does have its pros and cons. The sniper rifle's kind of interesting in this one. It's got an ACOG scope on it. So it's like a well, that's what they call it anyways. The sight doesn't really look like it, but you know, there's no chevron in there like you would be used to see on an ACOG. But I'm sure I'll get some comments explaining that. Anyways, the multiplayer on this is really slow. First of all. For those of you guys, and you're probably watching this because you haven't seen it yet, but it is pretty slow. The hit detection's pretty bad, especially at a distance, and I'm sure you'll see a bit of that throughout the video here. The snipers and the people who are camping are pretty much ruling the game so far in the early days here as of today. And you know, the highest person I've seen online is like a level 30, so I'd imagine, you know, that we're still a ways away from seeing what this game's really capable of. The vehicles are really where it's at. The pretty explosive environments. There's not a whole lot of splash damage off of the vehicles that you are using. They do have a wide array of helicopters, drones, Hummers, and tanks and armor personnel carriers that you can use. They end up being kind of a neat way of doing things. The vehicles do rule the day though, especially on the tighter maps. This mode that I'm playing in right here is a kind of like a domination in Call of Duty terms, or a conquest in Battlefield terms. It's really just they call it ground control, but it's pretty much where everybody hangs out. And this mode's kind of interesting. There are a couple achievements in here for doing this. I don't remember if this is the video I got one of them or not, but there's getting a 3-star level and a 5-star level. Now if you level up and you get one of these kind of star settings on you, basically what it boils down to is you've got to kill a certain number of people, and then it's going to tell everybody else on the map where the general area that you're in, especially the higher you go up in stars. And you have to achieve kill streaks to get a certain number of stars. And the one I ended up getting already, I think, is the 3-star. And you know, to be honest with you, I don't know how many kills I had to do to get to that point. I was more paying attention to the game, and just nice to notice, oh hey, I got an achievement. I know there's also one I looked afterwards for getting a 5-star level. As you can see here, I'm doing a little bit of tank gameplay. The tanks are pretty cool, but they have like 0 splash damage. So there's a little bit, but it's not much. And you can't, like, someone can come and jump in your tank, or someone can spawn into your tank from their thing. They have to actually pay for points. Now the way you get vehicles in this game is you get enough kills, points, etc., which means that you can go out and capture flags, take points, and then you'll get points for that, and you can also get points for killing people as well. And so when you get all those points, then when you die, you can choose to spawn in a vehicle if you have enough. And I think this particular tank's like 2,000 points. You get roughly 130 points a kill or something like that in the mode that I'm playing. And you know, as you can see, it's going to take you a little bit to get that amount of to get into a vehicle like that. You can't just randomly have it. Now they do have EMPs, as you see right there. They can throw an EMP on your tank and temporarily disable it. You still have control of your turret, but it moves at like 10% of the speed it normally moves at. So you have to be pretty careful there. You can't, nothing in this environment in this game is destructible at all. You can't shoot through anything. So if some guy's sitting behind a shrub or a wooden fence and you shoot into it, it's legitimate cover for him. Bullets don't go through anything. Explosives either. So if he's sitting behind a wooden fence and you hit it with a tank round, nothing's gonna happen. I know it sounds really stupid, but you know it is what it is. So you know, it's just the game. Also in the tank, it's pretty easy to get vehicle streaks, and yeah, there I just popped an achievement for a 3-star. I think somebody ends up getting me up here in a second with a rocket launcher. You do have a tank health status down your lower right. I know one of the kind of perks or whatever specializations or whatever you get at some later point in time in this game actually allows you to have like an auto fix feature, so you can auto repair your vehicle. Couple of things I'd like to note about the multiplayer here is every time you die you have to spawn all the way the flip back on the other side of the entire map. It's insane. You have to run your extra slow character all the way up to the action just to take a sniper bullet in the face usually, which is lame. As in that right there. And I got killed by the Predator drone. Anyways, it's pretty annoying that you have to run that far. They don't have any kind of tactical insertion or any kind of like spawning on your squad or anything like that. Also, there's absolutely nothing to prevent the enemy team from spawn camping you. So if your team's getting dominated, they can spawn camp you to a certain degree. They can always be behind you, but the spawns randomly change, so they can kind of get away with spawn camping for a while, but then it'll change to another spawn and work it over. The lack of hardcore mode in this game is really annoying to me. As any of you guys know that follow my videos normally, if there's a hardcore mode, that's what I like to play. I really don't care for kill cams or radar or putting 500 bullets into somebody's back before they die. And this game's got all 3 of those in spades. So, you know, that's probably one of the things that I dislike about this game the most. You know, the graphics, they're okay. They're really not bad. The sound is kind of subpar. The hit detection again is insane. It's really bad. You'll notice a lot, and you know, and for all I know, and give THQ the benefit of the doubt, this is launch day, and it could be server lag, and you know, I don't have a whole lot of playtime as a frame of reference to tell you for sure that the hit detection sucks in multiplayer. I can tell you for sure that hit detection sucks in single player, and in multiplayer it seems to be doing the same thing. So I mean, I hope I'm wrong, but you know, it doesn't look like it at this point. Guns shoot really straight. Doesn't seem that there's a whole lot of bullet drop on this, which is interesting. You know, after all the hype of this game and what was being told about how awesome this game is and everything else, and you know, honestly, I really expected this to be on the same level as you would see Call of Duty or Battlefield or Halo. And I'm not saying that any of those 3 games are better than each other. What I am saying is those 3 games are on a completely different level than most first-person shooters, right? So, game, you know, like Medal of Honor. Medal of Honor came out, and that was a subpar first-person shooter in my opinion. And this is in the same category as Medal of Honor. It looks nice on the surface. It's got a very engaging story, same as Medal of Honor. It's got a few things that make it worse, in my opinion, than Medal of Honor. The map design is a lot better multiplayer-wise than MOH, but the single player is probably about on the same level. It is fun and enjoyable so far. And like I said, I haven't finished it. I'm probably about halfway through the story right now. So we'll have to see. As you can see there, that bullets and explosions don't go through small walls, which is kind of some weird design in my opinion. I just can't imagine a video game designing itself that way. People who like to ground pound, you may get kind of frustrated in this game unless you're in a vehicle, because there are a ton of snipers again. And what they do is, you see all these hills in the distance here, they don't disallow anybody from going up in those hills, and like there's like no areas that you can't get to. You pretty much, that whole thing is a sandbox, you can access it. And there is a ton of spots up there for a sniper to spend 2 minutes, you know, jumping over rocks to get up onto it, and then sit in a little rock crevice up there and just pwn all day long and get kill streaks and abuse those kill streaks, you know. And it's just it's frustrating that they designed a game like that, but at the same time, you know, I guess what I'm really trying to get at is, as of right now, and I don't know if this is going to change when it gets later on in the game, but there's not a whole lot of balance versus classes. I have noticed that the LMGs really are at a disadvantage over the assault class like I'm running right now. Typically I like to run light machine gun in most games that I play, because I like the amount of ammo that I have, and in this one the bullets just, they don't kill people, and you know, everybody else is using assaults right now, or they're running around with a sniper rifle with an or with the scope on it, and they're using that as an assault rifle, and both of those will kill you way faster if you guys see each other at the same time. They do have like instant perks that you have to buy, stuff like flak jacket, predator drones, stuff like that. You can instantly configure it to buy in game, or you can just have it set when you die. You just pick something, and you can access that through your armory. So all in all, you know, I'm giving this 2 out of 5 stars as a first-person shooter, and there you have it. So I may or may not do some more of these, depending on how everybody likes it. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.